Hello folks, I'm Chris Whitmer, videographer, cinematographer, and camera operator. Today we're going to be talking about a lovely little thingamabobby that turns cameras like this into professional camcorders. You might notice right now that I have really good audio. Watch, it's terrible in post. But you might notice right now I got pretty decent audio. How on earth am I getting that? Well, the Panasonic FT2500, which I'm filming on, I have it at the wide end here, and what we got here is just an XLR to 1/4 inch, then a little 1/4 inch to 1/8 inch right in the camera. I checked with headphones, everything sounds fine, and my levels are good, so I assume the audio will be good. But this helps you a lot. So I have a lot of lav mics, and 3 of them require phantom power. And also, it's nice to just bring XLR cables and just be able to plug in. So today we're going to be talking about the Saramonic little mic interface unit, and it's pretty epic. I wish I had this years ago when I had my T3i. Well, I still have it, but when I used it. Anyway, so you open up the bag, and out comes this little doohickey right here. This is the Smart Rig Plus. Boom, right there, Smart Rig Plus. It's out of focus, I don't give a shit. Smart Rig Plus. It's Panasonic, it's not going to autofocus well. I'm not using my Sony because I'm talking and I want it to stop recording after 30 minutes. So, what we have here is this wonderful, really, really rough, tough, and this is a thick cable, and it's an 1/8 inch out. Has TRS, so you can switch it to work on a phone if you want to. So if you're one of those people who record on a cell phone, maybe sell your cell phone and get a Panasonic G7. It's about the same price anyway. And a lot more camera. But if you're one of those people, this works on your phone too. Cool, great. But the main reason why most people buy it is because it works with cameras. So what's really cool is this works in any 1/8 inch jack, and what it gives you is it gives you 2 1/8 inch 4 inputs, 2 1/8 inch, 2 XLR, and that's a multi-jack, so you should be able to plug a 1/4 inch in there, though I haven't tested that out. And you get some good dials, not amazing, plasticky, but good. And the most amazing thing it gives you a headphone out if you don't have it. And the other great thing this gives you is it gives you on with no phantom power, which is essential if you have mics that don't need phantom power. You do not want to turn on phantom power. The other great thing it has phantom power. So this mic doesn't require any power. It's the Sennheiser MD46, beast of a lens. If you do anything videography wise and you ever need a mic like this, pick it up. It's great for podcasts, great for hand interviews. I've even used it as boomed it over a subject for a shotgun. I didn't have a shotgun microphone, and it sounded really, really good because we were inside. So there you go. If you're inside, cardioid patterns work okay. Super cardioid shotgun's the best, but this will do the job just fine if you get it close. Now, so this mic's great because I can just plug it straight into the camera with nothing. I plug it into anything, no power necessary. I can get a really good hot signal. This can give me phantom power, so I can use my lav mics that require phantom power. And the other great thing is it gives me these XLR ports, right? Now what's really cool is I got this. This is like $2 to $10 in Amazon. It's a little 1/4 inch to cold shoe adapter, and I got a little angle rig that gives me extra cold shoe adapters. And I can just rig it on here, and it weighs nothing. And then what I have is 2 professional audio inputs, and what's really great about it is it gives me 2 ports instead of 1, so I can hook in a wireless and I can hook in this mic. So let's say I can, I can have my reporter mic and I can send this over to whoever's being interviewed, and they can hold it up to them, and then I got good audio. Also, it's really great where if someone is talking and someone is walking, then someone is sitting, you can just plug them both into one camera, which is great. So like if you're at a panel and somebody's walking around, like the presenter is walking around and introducing the people, walking on and off stage all night, they could be on your wireless, and then the people who are sitting at the table, the person sitting at the table talking or at the podium talking, they can be plugged in with this mic. So then you have 2 outputs and it's good to go. Two inputs are essential for doing videography. It's essential to have 2 audio ports. 1 is okay, but 2 is really perfect. So also, if I forget to bring my audio cables, I can just be like, hey, Do you have an XLR cable? Everyone's got XLR cables, and bam, bam, out in any stupid connectors. So, what I'll do is I'll screw this on until it gets tight. And then we'll take the top one and snug it in. And then we can pop this into a cold shoe mount and tighten it right on up. So, I've recorded audio with this a few times. Anytime I've talked into the camera recently has been through this. I did a couple interviews with this, and so far I'm pretty happy with it. It was, I think, it was an amount of money that I don't remember how much I paid for it. Maybe $100-something. There is another one by them that I also got. So around about $100, and you get this, and it works fine. It works the same as the bigger one that goes in the bottom of the camera. You can get those XLR things, but they're like $150, $200. They're not really worth the extra money. They give you a little bit of extra options, like maybe a limiter or something like that. But if you set a safety channel on here, which you can do, and record as 2 separate inputs, then you can just mute the one that peaked and use the safety channel. So there's not really a need to have a limiter if you set this up correctly. So it's good. It's really good because it replaces the field recorder. Field recorders are great, except I don't have time to sync audio in post. I'm not buying Pluralize, and 9 times out of 10, the auto sync in Premiere doesn't work, so I'm not going to use it. So when I'm turning around videos quick, and I have to turn stuff around quick, hint, hint, when I'm doing sports stuff, not just for ESPN, but for anybody, you know, I have to go get a post-game interview, and it needs to be in the can in 15 minutes. I don't have time to sync audio, so I use this. And this is a lot cheaper than buying a super uber professional audio recorder that's gonna do stuff. It's good to have that as a backup, but and I did this when I did another gig, is somebody brought their Zoom, and what we did is for backup is we plugged this into the camera, and we took the output feed from the recorder into here, and then we also had the recorder recording. And so that's a really good way as well. So this is good, so that way your audio is already synced. If you're worried about it, go ahead, bring an external recorder, so that way you can loop through. I got 2 cold shoe mounts, so I could probably put both of them up there, and it's not that big a deal. And my camera's so small that even with this thing, it's nothing. This actually will fit on top of the camera decently as well. It's not bulking out and everything like that, obviously. However, if you are lucky enough to have a GH5 or a Sony camera that can record for more than 30 minutes, and you're doing events, you can go ahead and do that. Oh, I think there's a hack for that, but it's always good to have the integrated XLR unit for your camera. But if you want to save some bucks and you don't care how it looks, this is a great alternative. I really recommend the Saramonic Smart Rig Plus. It works great, gives you phantom power, everything you need, and it can really minimalize your audio kit. So, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one, and I'll leave you with a couple of clips of stuff that I've recorded on this. Bye. Best picture profile, at least for skin tones. We're going to test that out more tonight. We're going to get a few more shots that will be in this review. Now, I have use this camera. I've made money for it. In fact, the camera is almost